Come on, people. Come on, people, wherever you are. It's time to do it. It's time to do it, people. It's time to do it. This is welcoming you to Mama Helen and you all the way from the United Kingdom today. Oh my God, I can't wait to have all of you in right now. Wherever you are, it's time, it's time, it's time. Come and get your friends and family members and let them join because we're actually going to be talking on business. Come on, let's talk business today. Let's see how we can change our lives for better. Yes, Letitia, I can see you. Come on, let us click on the share button wherever you are watching. It's time, Dave. Come on, click on the share button. It's really going to be awesome today. Yes, I'm actually welcoming you to come to Mama Helen and you on a wonderful ride, learning how to do business and how to also become a millionaire doing it and much more. You do not want to miss it. Mama Helen and you all the way for the United Kingdom today. I am excited. Come on, people. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let us do the needful. I am excited. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's do the needful. Let's do the needful. Let's do the needful. Okay, I'm already enjoying myself. What about you? Iko, I see you. Dave, I see you. I see you. Oh my God, I'm happy to hear that, Dave, that you're ready with your part. I can't blame you. We must not allow the present economy to affect us in any form or any way. We need to do it and we need to do it now. We need to do it and we need to do it now. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Katoma Sheria, come on, come on. I am excited. I am excited already. I am excited already. Let's do the needful. Let's do the needful. Come on, let's do it. 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 It's going to be wholesome today. I'm actually welcoming you. Yes, I am. I'm welcoming you to Mama Helen and you all the way from the United Kingdom. And like Helen said, yes, we want to talk about business. We want to talk about how you can make it big in business. Yes, for over 30 years, I have been in the business of business. Isn't that awesome? And believe you me, in my 20s, by the special grace of God, I was able to nail the word million. I became a multi-millionaire in my 20s. So I believe it is possible. And then, of course, I'm not just going to be the only one doing this today. I also have someone who is a serial entrepreneur that is also going to be joining me today. So it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome, Ruth. It's going to be awesome. Let's click on the share button and just bring in people. Let's bring in people. Let us do the needful. Let us do the needful. Let us do the needful. It's going to be powerful. It's going to be wow. It's going to be incredible. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Do the needful. Do the needful. Do the needful. Bring the needful. Do 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 the needful. Come on. Well, in 1 minute's time, we're going to start. Okay. I'm just trying to give more people an opportunity for them to start. So, dig it with me. I'm welcoming you. Yes, I'm welcoming you to Mama Helen and you all the way from the United Kingdom. And then, yes, we are talking about business today, how to make it big in business, how to make it big. And then, of course, we're starting with you making your first million. What do you need to do to make your first million? That's what we're going to be dwelling on today. So you want to click on the share button and invite people. Come on. I would never forget the very first time I made my 1 million. Yes, the very first time. And like I earlier said, I made it within, I mean, in within my being 20s, okay? Within being a 20-year-old young lady as at then, okay? So I can teach you. I can teach you what it means to be one. All right. It's going to be awesome today. I can tell. And then of course, this is the time to start, people. I am welcoming you to Mama Helen and you all the way from United Kingdom today. And the topic of today is let's talk business. What's the fastest way to become a millionaire? This is an interactive program. It's a show. It is a show where you can participate. You can send in your questions. You can do whatever you need to do. We just want to impact your life. We want your life beautiful from now on. We need you to start a business. And should you have one already, yes, you can improve on it. And of course, become a millionaire. I am excited about that, people. I am excited about that. I am excited about that. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So, everyone has the dream of being a millionaire someday, but not everyone wants to pay the price. There are two people in this world, those who see the things they want and those who actually go for it. Are you the type that will want to go for it, whatever it will take? Well, not the anyhow kind of business, but the job that we know is legitimate, lucrative, and can earn you a living of a lifetime. Knowing what you want and having the discipline to do what it takes can take you places in life. And then, of course, when it has to do with financial matters, you need to know. You don't have to beg to live. You don't have to depend on people to survive in life. You have an opportunity to do so. So, on Mama Helen and you, it is let's talk business. What is the fastest way to become a millionaire? With me dealing with this topic of today is no other person, okay, that a man who he's well tutored, he knows his onions. He has been doing this for years. His name is Mr. Laurie Charles. He is a Nigerian, a BSc, FCAI, PHF graduate from the prestigious University of Nigeria, Nsukka. He's a serial entrepreneur with diverse interests in oil and gas. Okay, family, I am going to be hard in here and it's just going to be incredible. Doing this, he has been able to win many awards. His performance in the MSME space in Nigeria earned him a National Award of Excellence in Small Business and Agriculture in 2022. He is a fellow of the Institute of Corporate Administration. The list are endless, people. Would you, family, wherever you're watching today around the world, help me welcome no other person than Mr. Charles to Mama Helen and you today. Mr. Charles, how are you?
I'm fine. Thanks for having me today, Mama Helen.
It's a
Where we take
pleasure
that from.
having you. A lot of people, one of our viewers said, I have my pen and paper, I can't wait. So it's really going to be awesome. It's really, really going to be awesome. I'm excited already. So let's just get to it. All right. What is business? What is business by your definition? What is business?
Thank you, Mama Helen. Can you hear me properly?
I can hear you loud and clear, and I'm sure our viewers can as well.
Okay. Let us be sure that they are all hearing us properly.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Thank you very much. Um, Business is that regular thing you do, like an occupation that you
Yes.
do, or a profession or a trade that you do to earn profit. You must underline the word profit. It's either you're doing business or you're doing charity. For business, you earn profit. For charity, you don't earn profit. So, business is that occupation of yours or profession or trade that you do daily. Why do I
Yes.
use that word? Because what you do daily becomes what you become permanently.
Hmm.
What you do daily is what you become permanently.
Hmm. 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 Well, okay. Now let me quickly ask this question. Um, it's also my slogan as well. So, but then of course, a lot of people use that as well. Is business not about meeting people's needs? What do you have to say?
Yes, business is all about meeting the needs of the people, especially the poor people. Because whatever business you are doing that supports the poor, is a business that I can call real business. Because to be rich is to take from the poor.
Oh my God, that is brutal, Mr.
No, well, to be rich
Oh my
is to
God.
create services for the poor people. So, he, why I said profit is this profit because you want to make money, and for you to make money, you have to create a business structure that supports the poor people more.
Hmm. Okay. Well, so we all know that yes, you can. It depends on your targets. You know the audience that the people that you intend to serve. So if you want to serve the high and mighty in the society, yes, you can do that. If that's what your business model is geared towards, and if you also want to serve the poor, that is fine as well. But
It's fine
in
as well.
business, of course, you have to have the intention to meet a need in order to be profitable. Okay, well, fantastic, Pastor Mr. Charles. I guess that was a little bit picture. If someone would say, "Oh my God, this is doing business to get that money from the poor." But in any case, if you're doing something, okay, that is either it is perishable or it is something that whether the poor or the need or the rich has a need for, well, as long as it is a business and it's something that ought to be profitable, then you're actually making something out of the service you are rendering, as the case may be. What are the
Yes,
different types of business that can earn one fast financial growth?
yes. They have four key businesses that can really earn you financial growth. One of such business is real estate.
Hmm. Real
Real,
estate.
yes. If you invest in real estate, you can never get it wrong if you do
Hmm.
it properly. The second business you can also do is entrepreneurship.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Entrepreneurship is going into a business venture, discovering something new in an environment.
Yes.
So, entrepreneurship is discovering something new in an environment. So, entrepreneurship is this second business that can earn you money.
Okay. Can you explain that a little bit more? Entrepreneurship. Okay. Yes.
Yes,
Can you? Yes.
entrepreneurs go into a business, discover something new, and they are the first. They're the first to to take advantage of that something that is new.
Okay.
So
So,
entering a place, discovering something new, you are the first. That is who an entrepreneur is.
oh my God, entering a place and discovering something new, something that has
New,
not been done before.
not
Okay.
before in an environment. Yes.
Striking it, striking it out, making money out of it. Awesome. How do you know that you are in the right business? Because you see, sometimes have some people, they try this, it doesn't work, then they jump into another one, and if it doesn't work again, they jump into another one. Or perhaps they see others doing something and they're doing well at it. So they feel, well, maybe they can do same as well. And that's why you have a line of of people doing the same thing because they saw someone who started it first and doing very well. So the question is, how do you know that you are in the right business?
Yes, there are certain pillars that determines if you are in the right business.
Okay.
One of such is the satisfaction and joy you get when you get back home after the business. Then fulfillment. Are you fulfilled? When you go back home and say, I've had a very fulfilled day. It's even if you're not making much money from it, but in as much as the business is giving you joy and fulfillment, you are in the right place.
Then you are in the right place. In
You're in
other
the
words,
right place.
waking up, doing something, even if you're not paid or you're getting so little from it, but you
From
enjoy
it,
doing it
yes,
anyway.
you're enjoying it. Yes.
I think, I mean, you are so right, saying that because I know there are some people, they get into, some things,
Business.
yes, or business as it were, but they're not really happy about it.
Happy.
The
Yes.
reason why you're even jumping from one to another is because you're yet to find your place in
Place.
business. You're yet to find
Yes.
your place in
Yes.
business. And
But I can help you find your place.
you
I can
can.
help you find your place. Finding
Oh,
your place is part of it. Finding your place is number one. You must be passionate about what you want to do.
you must have
To be
passion.
passionate.
You
Passion.
have you must have passion. Awesome.
Then you
Oh,
must check where you're most effective in.
good.
Check your most effective part. Are you most
Yeah.
effective in running people's creativity? Or you're
Mhm.
most effective in running your own creativity, in running people's creativity?
Okay.
You
You
cannot do two things. It's either you're creative or you're running people's creativity.
it's either you're creative or you're running someone else's
Check
creativity.
where you're most effective in. You have to check it. Either the creative part or running people's creativity.
Okay. Someone might say, well, I just want to be in the service industry instead of manufacturing. How do you start a service industry business?
Service industry business.
Yeah.
Service in what way? In what area? Because you render different service.
All right, then. Well, that's what I said. It's either it is production, you
Okay,
know,
okay.
it's service. In the
Yes,
service, you have those who are into manufacturing, so they're
yes,
producing one thing or the other. And you have
yes,
those rendering services in terms of something that you cannot hold, just like what we're doing right now. I mean,
yes.
it's not tangible, but it is something that all people can cue into, as it were. Just like if you're doing service, you're rendering service in the area of consultancy, as a
Yes,
cons- as a
yes,
consultant, or you into production in terms of
yes,
producing shoes or
yes.
whatever, or you are probably selling something.
Oh, the question, sorry, I didn't get.
Okay, so how do you start all this? How do you start a service business or a manufacturing
Okay,
business?
fine. Um, I believe here in the audience we have more of people that are Christians. Um, Helping you to start a business, number one, there's a seed that is planted within you that you must discover. So
That's
that
right.
will help you to plant it. So most people do not understand the seed that is within them, and that is why they are not fruitful. The
Mm,
first command is be fruitful, multiply, then ultimately take dominion. But many people, they are not fruitful because they have not been able to discover the seed that is within them. So now, how do you now know the seed that is within you so that you can plant it and be fruitful in that service area? First, you need to check, what do you really criticize most times?
mm,
Because many a times what we criticize are the things we have solution for. So rather
cause
than being a criticizer, be a solution provider. Because
I
people are promoted by the solutions they bring than the things they criticize. So
mm,
I think If you ask me, you have to
Yes.
check what do you criticize to a point that you get exasperated. Check what you criticize. It is where your money is.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, fine. I mean, you can if you're into if you're intending to get into manufacturing business or just rendering services, definitely need to know what you want. And I
What you
think
want.
yes, you need to know what you want foremost. All right, you need to
Yes,
know
yes,
care of gifting, and
yes.
of course you also need to find out the people you intend to to feed. And business is like feeding people, okay? Because since we're meeting needs, you want to feed it's a society, or should I say a group of people, okay? And that is called target marketing. Okay, you have to
Target audience.
yes, target audience or target marketing. You need to know who your business is to serve, and that is
Okay.
exactly what is going to finally determine where your location is going to be. It will be very foolhardy of you if you have in addition to what Mr. Charles has said, if you intend to serve a low-end community, okay, and you locate your business in a very rich environment, all right, excuse me, please, um, that is a misfit in itself, or should I say, you locate your business, you intend to send, to feed a high-end community, and then you start off by doing a kind of business that some of those people will really never be attracted to. So it's wise, if you're going to send a feed a is how am I going to put it now, a low-end earners, a whole-end earner, then you need to locate your business where they're populated, so that your business can sell. Location matters a great deal in a business, and your target market, the people you intend to feed, determines the where you locate your business. That's the best way to it. Many times people say that, oh, I need money, Mr. Charles. The only
Yes.
reason I haven't done business is because I need money. What do you have to say concerning that? Is it money that is needed, or idea?
Fine. Many people wake up every day to say, I need money. You don't need money. All you need is an idea, because money is an exchange commodity. Money is an exchange of a skill that you acquire. Talents are natural, skills are acquired. When you acquire a skill through an idea that was given to you, that God gave to you,
Yes.
money will be exchanged for that idea. So money in itself is an exchange commodity. So do not money. Go after ideas so that somebody can give you an exchange for that idea.
Somebody can give you an exchange for that idea. So as you can
An
see,
exchange for that idea.
an exchange for the idea, meaning that you
Yes.
first and foremost, you need to think about an idea that is sellable. I
An
think
idea.
that's
Yes.
an idea that's sellable. Fine, fantastic. Okay, well, the word millionaire, who is a millionaire?
A millionaire, the way we see millionaires here, if you don't have 10, 15 million, you're not a millionaire. But a millionaire, let me simply put, a millionaire is somebody that have been able to, his net worth is worth more than a million units. If your net worth is worth more than a million units, depending on the currency of the country, maybe if your net worth is $1 million, you can be classified as a millionaire. If your net worth here in the Nigerian currency is ₦1 million, you can also be classified as a millionaire.
Awesome. That is true. As long as you can eat that digit, that seven
Yes,
digit, that
that digit, yes, that makes you qualified to be a millionaire.
yes, it qualifies you as a millionaire. What are the
Yeah.
specific businesses that can give one a fast growth in becoming a millionaire? What are the
Yes,
businesses, yeah, that can give one a
yes.
in becoming a millionaire? Because somebody is out there and say, "What do I need to do, Mama? Just get into it. What are the what are the things that I need to to immediately hit it as a millionaire and be able to say, I'm the millionaire."
The truth is this. Whenever this question come to me, I'm always on the other side because there's no fast way to becoming a millionaire. Yes, you can have the opportunity, or you can wish to become a millionaire through the fast way, but of a truth, wealth is created. You don't wish to become a millionaire. You don't wish to make money. You create it. Even us, as human being, God created us. So wealth is created. So to me, you must create a structure that is sustainable. You must create it. Wealth is something that is created. You don't wish to make money. So now the businesses you can go into, one, intellectual property.
That's beautiful.
Intellectual property brings a lot of money to follow the procedure. The money market gives you a lot of money.
Awesome. Money market. Can
Like
you
I
break
said,
that? Yes. A little
the
bit.
money
So that
market, maybe investing in shares, investing in the capital market. You can be investing in the capital market. So that is where you can make quick money because there's a lot of money in the capital market. Most people are trading online, they make quick money, a lot of money. So we have the money market where people trade in millions and in billions. You can make quick money there. Then, like I said, we have intellectual property.
about shares, buying of
You have
shares.
buying of shares, trading in, like we have people like Otedola, Elomelu down. All they do is just buy these shares and become billionaires. So the buying of shares, there's so much money in the money market to be made. So
Are
there
you,
are four key areas you can invest in for quick money.
because are you also talking about Bitcoin and the rest of them?
Yes, there's a lot of money also. Yes, in a Bitcoin, in the blockchain, in the capital market. There's a lot of money there. But if you are doing it properly by going through the procedure, I don't believe in I have 100 million. Where do I want to put the 100 million into? No, I believe in I have 100 million. I'll take a percentage from it and invest in an area that I am not yet a professional in. So, because before I will want to put my millions in a place, I must do what is called SWOT analysis, which I
Awesome.
believe most of them they are aware of. You do a SWOT analysis. You know the strengths, you know the weakness of the business, the opportunities and the threats that is surrounding that business. So there's strength, there's a SWOT analysis you must carry out in any business you want to do that will give you quick money. So to make quick money is to ensure that the SWOT analysis you carry out is
Yes.
done appropriately. That will guide you to making millions very quick.
Okay. All right. Well, you've mentioned there are other businesses you said you were going to mention.
Yes. I mentioned intellectual property,
Commercial
money
property,
market,
money
real
market,
estate,
real estate.
and entrepreneurship.
Okay. But
Entrepreneurship, entrepreneurship, real estate, money market, intellectual property.
what about food though? No matter what happens, food must sell.
Yes, that is part of food is part of entrepreneurship. You
Okay.
are an entrepreneur. You discover that there's no fast food in an environment. You create them. That's an entrepreneur. You're an entrepreneur. So what I said is, in whole, either you're an entrepreneur to make money, you are investing in real estate, you are doing intellectual property, or you are trading in the money market. So the food selling is part of entrepreneurship.
Okay. All right. For those who want to go into business and have no idea how they discover their selling point, I mean, how do they discover their selling point? As you know, that's the question. For those who want to go into business and have no idea on how they can discover, I mean, how what to do to discover their selling point, what would be the answer for that for those people?
Okay.
How to
Um,
discover your
Two,
selling.
okay. Okay, fine. In discovering the seed that is within you, which is how to plant it to be fruitful,
Yes.
first, um, just say for instance, if you have been going out with some friends and for maybe for a while and maybe for like 1 week, you never made any statement, never joined their conversation, but all of a sudden, you people went out again for another meeting, and
Yes.
you, who was known as a quiet person because something was mentioned, maybe computer, you became so lively, something came alive in you.
Yes.
For that thing to have come alive in you whenever it is mentioned, that is where your money is. What fires your passion? What makes you come alive when it is mentioned?
Hmm.
You could sit in a place for 6 hours. We never made mention of anything. Different topics were raised, but somebody just mentioned gigabytes, computers. It could be music. Somebody just mentioned fashion. All of a sudden, the man or woman that is known as a quiet person was no longer a quiet person. You could tell from the person's reaction that he is passionate about it. That is where his money is. So you have to check what fires your passion when it is mentioned at all times. That is
What?
very key.
Okay. So that's the trigger one for you. That's the
Number one.
that's
Yes, yes,
the other.
yes, yes.
Go ahead.
For the businesses you will do,
Yes.
that one, you have to check what you are passionate about. I also mentioned something earlier. Then what, where is the area? That's what I say, which area are you most effective in? Because some people are born creative, while some they run people's creativity. So
Hmm.
check where are you most effective in? Where is your most effective part? What do you do? What are you most effective? You are
Okay.
efficient in
Let,
doing X, Y,
let,
Z.
let me bring this to home for clarity. So I'm
Yeah.
into clothing.
Yes.
Okay. How do I enhance my business?
You want to enhance your business?
Yes. And
Yes.
a millionaire or multi,
Yes.
or multi-millionaire.
Yes. Yes. There's nothing that makes you scale up your business more than when you are adding value to what you have. Many a times you are into clothing, but the clothing you are not doing it um, by applying the core principle that can make you a millionaire.
Mhm.
Probably you are only doing it at the formal sector instead of taking it out to you're only doing it at the informal sector instead of taking it now to the formal sector. So, if you are doing your clothing business, you should know, if it's clothing, any business, that every local business has an international dimension. Not until that your local business start giving you money in foreign exchange, you will remain where you are. So you are fruitful by going into clothing business, but you are not efficient because there's difference between being effective and being efficient. Efficiency is you spending less time in achieving much than spending much time in achieving little. Some people they spend much time in achieving little, but an efficient man is the one who spends less time and achieve much. So if you want to do that, your clothing business, to take it to the next level, yes, once you start making these clothes, all the tools available, there are Google tools with which you can sell these clothes. There are channels with which you can sell, available online with which you can be trading. People will be making orders for you. There are other tools you can use apart from Google tools to be doing this your business. So you must now also adapt to change,
Mm,
because if you don't understand what is called the adaptability to change, if you don't understand it, you
yes.
might not be able to follow new business trends in improving your business, because there's what is called inevitability of change. It must occur. So why your business is still at that spot is because probably, most likely, you have decided not to now adapt to new change. And also, like I said, as you're adapting to change, you will now realize that you cannot be trading that your clothing business. It is local business, but it is a global brand. Because one thing, like I said, is God
So if
commanded you
saying is, don't think local, think international.
international. Every
Awesome.
local business must be international. Everybody, all the young men in China, in South Korea, they are in everything they produce there. They must bring it here for them to be high income earners. You can never be classified as a high income earner if your business is still at the local level. So no
Okay.
matter how local it is,
Okay.
get
Sorry
to work with the agencies of government
to
that will
interrupt.
enable you to take your things out. Yes.
All right, Mr. Charles, just a moment. I need to interrupt. Just
Okay.
someone from the audience says, this is actually coming from Etel. He said, Mr. Charles, please, can you help the audience and to expatiate on each of the businesses mentioned, because those business name are too grammatic for most of us. In other words, she wants you to dwell more than, put a little bit of flesh, a better understanding to some of the businesses mentioned that you can easily do in order for you to become a millionaire.
Okay, I talked about real estate. In real estate, there are different aspects of real estate. It depends on the idea you are bringing to the table. Like some of my friends, what they do is rent, renovate, and rent.
Okay.
They don't own the property. And I'm trying to talk about real estate now. People just
Okay.
think real estate is not about going to buy a property. No, real estate is broad. You can
Yes.
rent a very strategic property somewhere in Lagos, in Abuja. You
Mhm.
renovate it, and
Uh-huh.
you re-rent it. It's one aspect. So what am I trying to say? The real estate, as big as it is, has a small component. Money market, as big as it is, has a small component. Every big business has a small component. As a starter, please look for the small component in the value chain of that business to start. Don't go into the big real estate proper. There are small components of real estate with which you can start from for you to become a real big real estate businessman. But
Mm.
many of us here, we just want to start with the bigger component instead of starting from a small component. Every big business, intellectual property, money market, like I've all mentioned, they all have a small component. Look for that small component to start with. In as much as you are within the value chain of that business, you are in the small component, it will lead you to the bigger component. Yes, the company is big, but there's a small component you can key into. Tap on that small component to be able to go into the bigger component. So intellectual property, like we all know, is like what you are doing now. It's intellectual property. People are paying you for intellectual property. People are paying, not
We
you
don't
per se, not you. This is not business. I know. But what I
wait,
mean is you
don't
have
wait
your
to
there are
the
businesses you do, people are paying you for based on intellectual property,
yeah.
not this one you're doing now. There are
Okay.
businesses you do. If you check, many of
Definitely.
the Am I right?
Yes, definitely.
Yes. Yes. Intellectual property is basically you have an intellectual property. This is not commercialized now. If probably they want to commercialize it, if it's an intellectual property that you have, it gives you a lot of money. Developing capacity, in building your intellectual property is key. So I don't really know how to bring it a little bit closer to you, Ete, but you must that thing you have that you want to give out to the people, and share
And
with them. That intellectual is your intellectual property. And in this whole aspect of intellectual property, there's a small component which you can also hold into. Start from the small component of intellectual property to becoming probably maybe a big businesswoman in intellectual property. But there's a small component you can start with in this value chain, because in all businesses there's what is called value chain. So in the value chain, there's an aspect you can just key into to becoming the master of the business. So, like I also talked about um, uh, trading in the capital market. Yes, in trading with the capital market, you can get companies that are into stock exchange. You go there and buy shares. You go there and buy shares because
okay,
it is better for your money to be traded in that space, because if you have your money in your savings account, it's not giving you anything. But if you have your money in that
well,
investment account, yeah, it's better for you. So for me, I have more monies today in investment accounts than savings accounts. But most people, they have money in their savings account. But it is not supposed to be so. Why? Because you save money to invest it. You don't save to save.
you don't
You
save to
save
save.
to invest. Yeah, you don't
Be-
save to just, yes, you
Okay,
save the money for an investment.
because of time, Mr. Charles, because of time, let me throw this question at you, because I know it's something that must be going on in some people's mind. And it is, what are the causes of business stagnation, and how do we break out of it, or how do we break even? What are the causes
Yes,
of business stagnation?
yes, the truth as a matter of fact, there's a part which makes many people their business to stagnate. That is why in Africa, most countries, you see most of the businesses are one generation success stories. You can hardly find most of these businesses today that are even in most of them, name it, that are that have done beyond one generation success
Yeah,
story. It is
okay,
difficult.
that's
Yes,
true.
because one thing is they don't set up what is called system and structures that has
Structures.
made them to fail. Yes. System, every business, you must create a system and a
Mhm.
structure that will outlive you. So when you create a system and structure, you don't need to be there in person to run the business. What have killed our businesses these days is simply because our businessmen are traders in a business world. You cannot be
Mm,
calling yourself a businessman and the business revolves around you. You are still a trader. No
okay.
business that will stay over a period of time. Like if you check businesses like Coca-Cola,
Mhm.
the structures are there. That is why you see there are more than one generation success story.
To the
It
other.
it yes, it is not tied to an individual. It is tied to a system
There
and a
is.
structure. Yeah, it's tied to a system and a structure. But yeah, our people, they are the ones who sign the checks. If they are not available, the business dies. That is why many a times, if you see some of those businesses that some of those our mothers used to do, where they would sit down in one place and be trading in Akara, in Akamo Pap, and all what have you, they collect the money while the girls they do the sales. When they pass on, the business dies because
Mm,
they are traders. You will not call them business people.
mm,
So the truth is, you cannot be a trader in a business world and expect your business to succeed in this 21st century. It's not possible. So
it's not.
build a businessman's mentality, which
Mm,
which has to do with system and structure than a trading mentality. Thank you.
yes. So, in other words, you need proper structure in place that would
Yes,
outlive your
I'll
business.
leave
I
you your
get that.
business. Yes,
Yeah. And then, of course, it will make your business to be more generational
yes.
than a one man kind of show.
Born of show. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
fantastic. I love that. I love that. I mean, one of the things that I have noticed as well with people is that when they are trying to grow their business, there's this tendency of ever, getting into their capital. So they have not
Yeah.
been able, to differentiate, from their capital and profits. How do
Yes.
you go about, drawing that line? Before you know it, it is catching one which or the other. Yes, we know that you have a spiritual aspect to some of these things that connotation, but a lot seems to generate from us, not learning the skill on money management. How do you help the audience to understand that your capital is never to be touched, if at all, for house issues, or all the mundane things that has no relevance to the business you are trying to grow? How do you do that, or what do you need to do to prevent that from
Okay,
happening?
in my own case, what I do usually is this. I understand the season. I understand times and season. There's a season that you must sow seed. There's a season of sacrifice. If you don't make sacrifice, you cannot sustain your business. You must first create time to understand the season that you are. Many a times we jump into thinking we are in the harvest time of our life when we are still in our seed time of our life. So the
Mm,
seed time is a time for learning, for proper learning, no reward. You don't seek reward during that period. But many a times when you have a business and you bring a young man in who met you at the harvest time of your life in your business, to him, the business it has already is his harvest. But he forgot something that you met me in the seed time of your life. What seed have you sown in this business for you to now want to reap harvest?
mm,
Where you have not sown seed, do not try to reap harvest.
that's
Many
right.
people, they try to reap harvest in a place they have not sown seed.
Mm,
It is not possible. Seeds are more powerful than the harvest because the harvest has one month, just one life. If you eat a mango, it's gone. But when you plant the seed, you have multiple lives. So the seed time of your life, you should understand that season. That I'm the seed time of my life. Oh, I have to plant this seed properly. I will not just put my money in a business that I don't understand. I will not touch my capital. Rather, I will be learning like an apprentice, and like the Igbos, what they do
and
before they,
you're embarking on, that's awesome.
yes. So that
It's
time the apprentice are going through that period. It's called the seed time. So you must understand the season you find yourself. Whenever you misjudge the season, I have money, I want to just put it here. Once you misjudge the season, then there's bound to be problem. So know the time and season you find yourself. Probably the season you find yourself at that material time, you are still in your seed time, but you felt you were in your harvest time of your life. You jump into someone's business. This is a rich big man, big business. You now, you have made money. No. What seed have you sown there for you to think you make money? So in all of these, what am I trying to say? Don't lose your capital to any business. Don't lose your capital to any. But what you need to do, if you are going into any business, sow your seed, learn the business for that period before you now invest your capital in the business. Because you don't start a business to manage it, you start a business to grow it. So when you are bringing your capital in, that's you want to start managing and you must go down. So you don't need to bring all your capital in and lose it. Know your seed time and learn the ropes of the business. Then you can now invest in it because already you have gone through the stage of apprenticeship. So do
okay.
not invest
I
you don't need capital there.
have
Did you get me?
Yes, we're hearing you, but we just have less than 10 minutes to go, and I know quite a number of people. We have one question on the order. So should you have any question that you would like to, to ask our resource person today on Let's Talk Business, please don't hesitate to ask. It's very, very important. The whole essence of today's program is to see how we can make you a millionaire. It is possible. Others have. By the grace of God, in my 20s, I was able to become. I'm sure Mr. Charles would also have a story to tell concerning that. Now, let me ask this. Okay, let us quickly take some questions from social media coming, and it says, this is from Ghana. Lillian from Ghana. Lillian from Ghana says, I'm a working class lady and I've worked for the company for quite some time now. The issue is that I seem not to have financial freedom despite my savings. Sometimes I end up spending my money on things I do not need. I have tried stopping it, but it seems very hard for me. How do I spend international or intentionally and minimized cost?
Yes, the best way to answer you is once you are working and you are earning, you should know your life is tied to an entitlement. And definitely, the entitlement mentality is there. Business owners, we have what's called ownership mentality. Now you have the entitlement mentality. So your entitlement now guides how you go about your daily life and your activities. You see, Lillian, the first thing I will tell you is you must live less than you earn. Live less than you earn.
I think that's the perfect answer to this. Live less than you earn and live within your
That you
means.
earn.
Yes.
Live within
It
your means. Stop
takes
impulse buying. You don't need impulse buying. You don't
good.
need to be
Also,
doing impulse buying out of what you don't need. You just go buy them. No, you are living
also
more than you earn. What you do, try saving 20%. Christian, pay your tithe 10%, 30%. Anything you cannot do with that 70%, and it's not your money. Your life should revolve around 70% of your earning. You must be
and it
saving 20%.
quickly also had to what you have said. Lillian, hear me. Okay, talk to yourself. Do I need this? Do I need this? Because you already know that what you are doing is wrong. It's just that you do not know how to stop it. So I think you need to start asking yourself some frank, questions. And one of the questions will be, do I need this?
Need
Impulse
this
buying simply means that you buy once, you spend more money
thing.
on what that needs. You know, prioritize, make up your mind to say, see, I want to be able to achieve this, and I'm not going to spend unnecessarily anymore. Number two, you need to
Yeah.
prioritize your spending. You need to know what you need and spend money on what you need and not on your want. Number three, you also need to be disciplined. It takes discipline to grow wealth. If you're not disciplined, I am telling you, you can waste 1 million naira on a sitting right now as we speak. There are things because it's currency. That's the thing with currency. If you are not investing your money on something, something else will be taking that money. So it is better for you to put your money on something that you know is going to yield or at least increase than for you to get into spending spree, as the case may be. Now this question is coming from Esther from London, and Esther said, hello mama, it's such a wonderful forum. I have 1 million naira in my account. Does that make me a millionaire? A question from Esther from London. And she said, hello, Mama Helen. It's such a wonderful program. I have 1 million naira in my account. Does that make me a millionaire? Mr.
Yes,
Charles,
do you have for you to yes, the definition of a millionaire is the only one that I've gotten that they gotten to the level of having
yes,
the 1,000 units.
you're a millionaire. That's what Pastor Charles,
You are a millionaire.
yes, you're
Yes, you are
already,
a millionaire.
but you need to grow it, because if you don't,
If you don't grow
inflation,
it,
things will set in, and before you know, you're back to less than being one. So you need to grow it. You need to invest. That's what we've been talking about, and that this is coming
your net worth is more than 1 million. So you're a
also.
millionaire.
You're a millionaire. Efe from the other state, Mama, how do you handle someone that keeps running to you to borrow money but refuses to pay? How do you
Hello?
how do you handle someone that keeps running to you to borrow money but refuses to pay?
And the fact is that when somebody comes to you, they want to come and borrow money, you must be wise, because the one that want to deceive you will talk too much. Because when they want to deceive you, they will come up with a lot of sweet stories.
Because
They
they
will
don't want to.
distract you.
Yes, they don't
They will
want to pay.
distract you because they want to deceive you. They will
Yes.
distract you with that thing, with something, talk too much because they want to deceive you. So don't be distracted, because distraction is another form of deception. That is how
Okay.
the devil will now use to come and steal your money.
All
So
right.
don't be distracted.
That Charles have said, because of time, we are really, really running against time now. In addition to what he has said, learn not to borrow but give. Okay? In addition
Yes.
to what learn not to borrow but give. If someone is coming to you, because you see, there are some people that will borrow money from you and you can't run after them for collection, okay, or for repayments, as the case may be. So if someone comes to you to say, well, I need XYZ of amount of money, and you know you cannot let it go if it doesn't come back, you can give a percentage of what you feel comfortable with to that person instead of expecting a payback. That will save you a lot. Now, I have something from Dave. Dave says, I'm a graphic designer, but I also manage social media. Oh dear. Okay. But I also manage social media accounts. Do you suggest that I focus on one of that, or just continue doing both? Because most times I feel a bit overwhelmed with both jobs, but I also have to put money into consideration. What do you think, sir? So,
Fine. As a matter of fact, what have really worked for me, which I've also advised most people, that please be known for one thing. As a young man that is coming up now, don't be known for different things. You'll be distracted. Be known for one thing. Create a primary source. Be known for one thing. That one thing will catapult you to do other things. Now you are quite overwhelmed because you have not developed the capacity for one thing. Just like we have the ocean. The ocean never dries because it takes water from many water bodies. During dry season, some of those streams and lakes, it takes water from, they might get dried up. But the ocean never. So develop the capacity to know one thing, so that that one thing now will lead you now to have the space to do other things. You are not known for one thing. You are not a professional in one. You are doing all. No,
awesome.
no, it's not
Two
possible.
1 minute, just 1 minute, 1 minute to go. Well, it's been a wonderful time just being with you. We can go on and on. Definitely, this cannot 1 hour is not enough to exhaust so many things that needs to be exhausted on this. You can be rest assured we will be back with more. Now, or just on one sentence, Mr. Charles, what would be your advice to that young man or that young woman who is thinking of doing a big business but does not know how to start?
The advice for me, for everybody, young man who wants to do a big business and does not know how to start, first, you should learn how to write your name. Writing your name well by building trust. Trust is an exchange commodity. It's more superior to currency. So many people are out there watching you, but the name you're writing for yourself now, probably, if you're not careful, in the process of time, might affect you. And the key component of your name is trust. Can your name be trusted? So when they mention the name now, Mark, what does it mean? Is it known for evil or for good? So as a young man coming up now, what I want you to do now, start writing your name very well. In the process of time, you will see the benefit of knowing how to write your name very well. And by
Awesome.
doing that, build trust.
Okay, beautiful. So we're talking about integrity. We're talking about a need for you to be passionate, find out about, the area you're very good in. You're also talking about
Yes.
all things like real estate, money market, and what have you. Still on Mama Helen and you, let's talk business today. It has been a wonderful thing having you on set with us, Mr. Charles. And I want to believe that everyone connected around the world have really been blessed by this. We definitely will bring you back again. We need to do more on this, okay? Because there are so many questions coming in, but we have no time to be able to undo them. I want to use this opportunity in appreciating you. Thank you so very much indeed. And to everyone who have joined in from everywhere, we're also saying a big thank you to you for being a part of Mama Helen and you, all the way from the United Kingdom. Do you know one thing? A race starts in a day, and all it takes is for you to start. Never mind that you have no money, but at least an idea that you want to use in translating to whatever money is needed, and it is needed now. Start now. Don't procrastinate about what you intend to do. You can actually become a millionaire. And then, of course, be disciplined as well. There is always a need for you to buy this and that, especially when we live in a society where we're called to someone as be or the other. This is the time for you to quote your quote according to not just the money you have, and not just your size, but the money that you have available. It's very, very important. Then your psychic matters again, grading. Do not have a poverty mentality. Some people believe that being a millionaire belongs to certain kind of people in the society. No, you can be a millionaire. Those who are millionaires out there have no 10 or 3 or 4 heads. They simply desire and they went towards it. Without hard work, you can never be able to achieve being one also. And then the ability to separate your capital from your profit matters a great deal. Well, it's a pleasure having you again. And then thank you for being a part of Mama Helen and you. I want to use this moment again to appreciate Mr. Charles. Would you want to say bye-bye to our audience as we sign off today?
Yes, I want to say bye-bye to all of you who have been part of this program, and also to leave you with this word. Please be fruitful in a small place, wherever you are. Even if it is in a gutter, be fruitful there. God will take you out of that place that you choose to be fruitful in. Don't expect that maybe you need to be a millionaire for God to take you out of that place. No, no, no. If you are in a small city, be fruitful in that small place. Then God will take you out and launch you into the world. So don't look at the environment and say, this environment is too small, I will not be fruitful. No. The seed planted in the gutter will not say, this is gutter, will not germinate fruit. Even if it's in the gutter, it must bear fruit. So bear fruit in that small place that you find yourself. Thank you.
Bear fruit in the place you find yourself. Be a millionaire. And it is my prayer that desire of yours shall come to pass by the special grace of the living God. I love you. Mwah! A big kiss from me to you, and a big hug as well. And of course, I'm looking
Thank
forward
you
to
so much,
seeing
man.
Monday.
Thank you so much.
Monday at 6 a.m. UTC. Join us. It's just an app program as well. Praying and seeking God to have a breakthrough that we all desire throughout. 2023 must end with testimonies and with joy and
Amen.
gladness. Bye bye. God bless you. Thank you again,
Bye.
Pastor.
Thanks so much.
Mr.
Bye.
Charles.
Thank you
It's
so
been
much. Bye.
bye bye.
Thank you.